Oh, greetings, greetings, everyone, the dearest human family across our beloved earth. Welcome to this most timely and most needed and most courageous ceremony, the children's call for liberation, freeing the seeds of wisdom in trauma. My name is Ejna Fleury, and I'm coming to you from the Tulalip Reservation in northern Washington in the United States. This is the watershed of the Great Cascades, and we sit right on the edge of the Puget Sound. And I would like for each of us who are going to be bringing this ceremony to you to introduce themselves, and I will pass it on now to my brother Phil, and he will introduce himself.
Mitakiyepi, my very beloved relatives, I'd like to extend a very, very warm and loving handshake to each and every one of you from Salish Nation, Semiahmoo First Nations territory, and wish you a most beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, and a beautiful night. Oh. Brother, please.
Emelina.
Hello, my name is Emelina Legrand. I am right now in France. I am in the region of Dordogne, close to the monastery of Saint Master Thich Nhat Hanh. I am originally from Costa Rica, and I'll be here to represent the voice of the wind, the east, and support you all.
Joshua.
Kanko Joshua from Cameroon. I'm here speaking in Portugal because of what is happening to the children in Cameroon, in the genocidal war going on there. I'm happy to join the voice of those who are defending the voice of the children.
Joan.
Osio Tohiju Shatanana Dakodo. John Henry is much easier to say. Ahanina, Amayina, New York City. That's not where I live. We are the watershed of New York City, high in the northern Catskills, in the land of not only the Haudenosaunee, Ganirahaga, Onata, but also the land of Algonquin, many Algonquins, Esopus among them. I'll be your guide. I'll walk together with you through this. That's my promise.
And John.
Greetings. My name is John. I speak to you from the land of the Mohawk. I will be the voice of the sacred fire and light in the place of the rising sun in the east.
And Wolf.
Hello, everybody. My name is Wolf Martinez. I'm here with you from outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Apache, Diné, and Pueblo land. It is, an honor to be with you through this powerful ceremony that we're going to be doing together. Many blessings to each and every one here.
Maya.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Maya Shaw Gale, and I'm here in Southern California, the Santa Barbara Coastal Watershed, and the unceded territory of the Chumash peoples. And I'm here to speak from the voice of the water and to be of support to you in the ceremony.
Sky.
Blessings, everyone. My name is Sky. I'm here on the land of the Simiamu, the South Salish Sea. I will be embodying the voice of the child perpetrator for this ceremony. Thank you. Blessings.
Sawadika, everyone. My name is Talaya, currently in Bangkok, Thailand, by the blessed bend of the very brimming full Jalpriya River. It is with great honor to be the voice of Asia and Kuan Yin.
And is Sam there with you, Sky?
No, Sam is not with me. He was going to be coming from his home.
Okay, so we'll hear from Sam, Dr. Sam Lee, a bit later. So Sacred Earth Council brings forth this ceremony for the young little children from ages 5 to 11 or 12 as they approach puberty. And this is the third ceremony of our planned for this year, progressing from the first one, which was healing the sacred womb and birth. And the second was laying life's pristine foundation to bring healing for the infants and the little ones, 4 to 5 years old. This third ceremony is for the child in you, the child in me, the children in all of our lineages, all our ancestry, and the children of our future. Please be prepared for the great majesty and the power of this ceremony. We will not be holding anything back. While it is for the children, it is best for actual children not to be present here to attend. And we caution that if you choose to attend, that you be prepared to reach out for the emotional and spiritual support if needed. We will be having short breakout sessions today, and we will be hosting talking circles for integration, which will be announced later. Thus, we have suggested that you come with friends and family, and please do be prepared to reach out for support that you need. This is a very profound ceremony for healing, and we will be invoking the infinite powers of the universe, its great majesty and its glory, because we will be acknowledging and bringing forth the great, silent, and untold suffering of children of all generations and lineages, too long buried in silence and denial. As we began planning this summer, little did Sacred Earth Council know that the little bodies of the boarding school children would be unearthed in Kamloops, British Columbia, and then in graves all across Canada, and then down into the United States. And then we started hearing from one another about the mass children's graves in Africa, Asia, and actually all over the world. And I got to report from my own home reservation in Crow Creek, South Dakota, that they had discovered over 200 bodies buried underneath an apple orchard. So we know this. We take this as their call for liberation. And we didn't know that there would be this great wave of the whole world coming to be more trauma informed. So this is part of a great wave of healing taking place. And we will be bringing forth the voices of the perpetrators and the child within these adults. Each perpetrator has a child within. We cannot propose to heal the children without healing those who have wronged and wounded them. Our silence and denial should and could be called our great enslavement. It begins in childhood and gets passed on in most cultures to both children and adults in abuse, neglect, and in war, in genocide, abusive hierarchy, and all the ways that we have generally trivialized human life. Humankind does not yet value itself. We do not treasure nor cherish our human lives, much less our impact on our planet. Thus, we are bringing the eternal love and light to heal this deep wounding that is hobbling humanity's consciousness and twisting our civilization into the depravity, which is blocking our divine birthright. Today, we are paving our way forward to a beautiful new tomorrow, now, today. And I ask our beloved Chief Phil Lane Jr. to give us the invocation to start this ceremony.
Aho. O Tinkashla, Wakantaka. Creator of the universe, most beloved one, all powerful one, most kind one, most compassionate one, ever forgiving one. O ancient of days, O blessed beauty, O ancient path, we call upon your holy power at this time and all our ancestors, past, present, future, which are closer than our closest vein, to come and be with us at this time on the sacred lands, everywhere on Mother Earth, where our human family is suffering today. In Tukashla Wakantaka, we give you thanksgiving on this day, on this beautiful morning, this beautiful afternoon, this beautiful evening, everywhere on Mother Earth, for our children, for those that give birth to our children, the sacred women of Mother Earth. And we ask today, Creator, through our prayers, through our intentions, that we will be able to free the child within and all children upon this Mother Earth from the suffering that is continuing to divide and destroy our human family. No Tukashla Wakantaka, Creator of the universe, we call upon all those tribes and nations of the East, from where comes the red sunrise, to arise to protect our children, to protect those that are being sold to sex slavery, to protect those who are being beaten today, protect those who are being killed, being misused, being used to work as young children, hours and hours per day, dying without ever experiencing the beauty of childhood. We call for those relatives and all those tribes and nations of the East to arise to protect and uplift our children. And to Kashla Wakantaka, we call upon all those tribes and nations of the South from where comes new life, to uplift the children, to protect the children, especially those that are being abused in any way, sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, spiritually abused, culturally abused, their lives taken from them, for they are seen as no value because of economics, because of selfishness, because of people's sick nature, for their lack of connection to the Creator, who we also pray for. Pray for those relatives who have lost connection to their source, to their soul. In Kashla Wakantaka, we call upon all the tribes and nations of the West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain. We call upon those spiritual powers of thunder and lightning and rain to awaken our human family, to shake us into awakening, especially for the treatment that's happening today everywhere on Mother Earth, hidden behind doors, hidden behind lies. But today we ask for your holy power to penetrate those places, to free those children, to free the children within our own selves. For we know, Creator, we know only hurt people, only abuse people, only colonize people. And we give thanksgiving this day that you have, in fact, lifted us up. And we call upon all those relatives, all those beloved tribes and nations of the West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, and again to awaken our hearts and minds to this new day, to this new reality. We call upon all those tribes and nations of the North, from where comes the white snow, to purify our minds and hearts with the sacred spiritual winds of purification, so we might clearly see and understand we must have healing today on this Mother Earth. For children have been abused and then become abusers. All we call to the path of healing, to the red road. We lift our arms to Father Sky in remembering all the masculine elements of life. We ask for healing. We ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness, Creator, for those things we who are men, those masculine elements of life that have brought us to this plane of destruction. We ask forgiveness. We ask forgiveness for the abuse of our own selves, for the abuse of any human being, especially for the abuse of children. We ask, Creator of all good things, that we might understand what it is to be a good grandfather, a good father, a good brother, a good uncle, a good son, a good daughter, a good uncle, a good aunt, a good grandchild. We ask for all those things, Creator. We ask forgiveness for our awkward ways upon this Mother Earth, for the harm we've done to Mother Earth, who directly represents womankind. So at this time, we ask this end. We ask that the eagle of humanity may be recognized with two wings. One is woman and one is man. Until both wings of this eagle have equal power, respect, and honor, the eagle of humanity will never fly as high as it. Until women are given complete control, complete freedom of their own bodies and not oppressed and abused. This is so important to end the abuse of children. And we humble ourselves this time before our beloved Mother Earth, our beloved Mother, who represents our mothers. And we give them thanksgiving this morning for bringing us forth through the womb. We ask today all the children coming forth through our mother's womb, wherever they are in Mother Earth, will be protected. We especially put our prayers to Africa, all our relatives from Africa, and what's happening there to children, the enslavement that's happening to children, not only in Africa, but in Asia. All around Mother Earth, this is happening. To our south, our children are being mistreated. And for this, we pray with absolute faith and confidence that we are here in this new day, this arising that's been prophesied, in which all that's been hidden shall be revealed. And to close this, I'd like to share a prayer for unity, to unify our hearts and minds as one. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal unto them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper, their Lord, O Creator of all good things. We just give you thanksgiving again this morning for our beloved children, for our beloved grandchildren, and all those generations yet to come. These prayers are sent through that everywhere spirit, and on forever. Howli bichante washte alo, shinkmano hemeado, chinupasapa hemeado, howli bichante washte. Mitaki epi, I wish you all a wonderful day as we hear before that sacred fire. We thank our sacred fire keeper and all who are here for their prayers, for their heart, for our beloved children, those here and those yet on board. Howli bichante washte. Oh.
I invoke the power of the light within the heart of all humanity. I call upon the creation light that brought your mother and father together. I invoke the sacred light to illuminate all past and bring us forth into the present, for the illumination of all our children, past, present, and future, in all our relations. Shuna.
I call upon the energies of the South and the place of free-flowing energies, the place of speaking and expressing from the heart, of creativity and action in the world. And I call to the sacred waters, the lifeblood of Mother Earth, teacher of force and flow, and the master cleanser. Please come and hold our circle today. Oh, thank you.
I call to the power and the beauty of our great mother, Mother Earth, Unchimaka, to the great mystery in the West. I call to the healing and the medicine of our mother and of the West, to bless each and every one here in this circle, to bless you, each and every one of you. Home Talkmas.
I am the energy of the North. I give a voice to the air. I give the voice to the North. May this energy give us the strength to try to make our intentions real. And may this energy of the North guide us as the magnetic pole of our planet. The North Pole, our dear friend, it's here to support us, to give us strength. We are inviting all continents. We are inviting Africa. Africa, heart of this planet, giving the roots and the essence of humanity with its beauty, its land, all the way from the Maghreb to the south of Africa, to South Africa, crossing the desert, crossing the jungle, the rivers, and Madagascar right there, sustaining the water going through Indic Ocean as the vein of life. We summon the Americas, backbone of this planet, which is being called to unite as the eagle, the quetzal, and the condor, with all the beauty of the islands of the Caribbean, from the wisdom of the Inuit, just all the way to the wisdom of the Mapuches down. May the backbone of this planet be present. We summon to this ceremony Asia, land of wisdom, land of Buddha, Tao, land where all beings have traveled, where there is beauty present, from the islands, from Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, all the way to the Siberian forests, all the sides that are in the desert, all the lands that are covering this glorious country, in its heart, the desert of Goji. We are calling now for Europe, land that has expanded wisdom, the land of the Sami, the land where the heart of the Catholic it's born, the land where we can reunite the Orthodox and all traditions, from the depths of the wisdom in Greece, from all the way to the wisdom of Stonehenge. We invite all the beings, all the nations, and all the Vikings to be present for this ceremony. We call Oceania the land that is more water than land, as a good representation of our planet. This being a place where we reunite in the Pacific the oldest waters of the planet, the ones that carry the memory. From Uluru to all the atollons, to Tahiti, to all the Polynesia, and to the great here of the Haka. We call the South Pole, to close the cycle, to be here, the present, to remember us of the star beings that have visited us all the time, to be present with all our friends, the penguins, that give us the clarity to our paths. With all the continents being present, with all the wisdom of this planet being here, with all our brothers, animals, and plants, here we are to call everyone by its true name. Do not say, I'll depart tomorrow, because even today I still arrive. Look deeply, I arrive in every second. To be bud and spring branch, to be a tiny bird with wings still fragile, learning to sing in my new nest, to be a caterpillar in the heart of a flower, to be a jewel, hiding itself in stone. I still arrive in order to laugh and to cry, in order to fear and to hope. The rhythm of my heart is the birth and death of all that there is alive. I am the Mai-Fi, metaphorsin on the surface of the river, and I am the bird which, when spring comes, arrives and eats the Mai-Fi. I am the frog swimming happily in the clear pond. I am also the grass snake that feeds itself from the frog. I am the child in Uganda, all skin and bones, my legs as thin as bamboo sticks, and I am the arms of the merchant, selling deadly weapons to Uganda. I am a 12-year-old girl, refugee on a small boat, who throws herself into the ocean after being raped by a sea pirate. I am the pirate, my heart not yet capable of seeing and loving. I am a member of the Polyburo with plenty of power in my hands, and I am the man who has to pay his debt of blood to my people dying slowly in a forced labor camp. My joy is like spring, so warm it makes flowers bloom, and in all walks of life, my pain is like a river of tears, so full it's filled 4 oceans. Please call me by my true names. I can hear all the cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true name, so I can wake up, and so the door of my heart can be left open to the door of compassion. Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh.
We invite you to make yourself comfortable, perhaps to sit back or lie back and close your eyes and listen from deep within your heart, the cells of your body and your spirit, to notice what resonates with you, touches you, activates you, to recognize the places where you've been wounded, where you've been the wounded child. And maybe this or other lifetimes have been some version of perpetrator of harm, consciously or unconsciously. And please be gentle with yourself in allowing whatever arises to flow through you, knowing it is part of both your personal and the collective healing process. Be like a tree. Connect to your roots. Turn over to a new bird. Bend before you break. Enjoy the journey of your evolution. Keep growing. This is the way towards the light. These are the precious ones and the voices of those we have come here to hear. First, the voice of the young child, victims of the millennial suppression. Second, the voice of the child, the children within the adult perpetrators. Third, the voice of the adult perpetrators. Fourth, the voices of the elements and directions and healing ones. Joining, take my hand and walk with me.
Yes, let's do exactly that. Wado, Joshua. Ostasunale, beautiful beings, courageous ones. We are all so young in our hearts and are so old in the seeds of our wisdom. Take a deep breath, for the adventure you are about to be on is as harrowing as it is beautiful. Just breathe, one big deep breath. One more deep breath. Pull it all the way in. Breathe in, 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 and stretch as you breathe out. Feeling yourself in your body. Then take my hand, and walk with me. Let's go along this wheel where the powers have come to help us. Let's go along this wheel, first to the place of the fire, and begin in the East where you will be heard. Free yourself as we walk to the East.
Along with the great loving one, the source, and the healing light of the universe, the spirits of the East, and the element of the sacred fire, we welcome you here into our eternal love. Please tell us your deepest secrets, your buried and ignored, dark, unresolved grief, your deepest wounds. We are here to listen and to bring light to that which needs to join back into the sacred light. We are the light to guide you back to your trail, your sacred walk.
Oh, dare I open my eyes? Dare I speak? I've been squelched and buried, ignored and silenced for so long, it is at first difficult to speak, to have my voice. And I've also silenced myself and gone into hiding very deep, very quiet in the depths of my heart, in all of my hearts, in all of these different bodies and times in my history. Deep, 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 I've buried my spirit. And now you're asking, and you have created this special place to listen, to hear, and I hope to heal. I will tell you, oh yes, I will tell you what you have not been wanting to hear, not wanting to face, not wanting to acknowledge. My pain, my anguish is the pain of millions of us children. Generation after generation, wars, beatings, starvation, slavery, cruel, beyond cruel. You did not want to know the torture, the pain. Oh, woe beyond sadness. This pain is living in the tissues and the sinew and the blood and the bones of us all. Loneliness. I have died many times alone in despair. I scavenge alone in garbage dumps and trash heaps and piles of refuge. I raid houses and I break into stores and I pick pockets and I steal from others all the time to stay alive. And I live in the prisons now too. Children in prisons. I endure the constancy of trauma in the privacy of homes everywhere. The beatings and the blistering harangues of shame and belittling me and berating me with words and emotional blows of abuse. Oh, and the incest. My father, our fathers, our grandfathers, uncles, and their friends and men rape us year after year. Oh, I starved so many times and endured the torture by the parents and caretakers and foster parents and grandparents, well hidden out of sight. And my poor small body has been pillaged and torn by sex crimes that you are afraid and disgusted to even know. Soldiers have raped us and maimed and sold us into slavery numbers beyond time. We've walked into the ovens of Auschwitz, been kidnapped from our schools. We've been forced to slave in factories, working long hours and beaten when we didn't work fast enough. And you've been too distracted to face this horror, hiding in denial. For us children who live in Africa and Amazonia, our schools and hospitals have been burnt down. Hundreds of homes burned. Children killed and buried in mass graves. Traditional midwives targeted, and prisons in Africa are full of our young. I am the voice of all children in Africa, the Americas, Asia, Oceania, Europe, our whole world. By keeping this pain, grief, longing, loneliness, fear, terror, and shame, all these feelings, centuries of feelings, all bottled up and buried deeper and deeper over decades and generations. These wounds are putrefying and can no longer be contained. I only begin right now and will continue in many special and tolerable moments to uncover this to you. And as you would listen to me now, you have to acknowledge that the civilizations in our nations and our communities, the families and the churches and parents have allowed and are continuing to allow this torture, this killing, enslavement, and bloodletting, shunning, ignoring, and horrific neglect of children, thousands among thousands, and the pillage and neglect of Mother Earth to continue even as you take each breath right now.
Oh, my soul. Oh, my lost soul. Oh, my wonderment in this long, long darkness. I have buried myself so deep, crouched, smothered in forgetfulness, blanketed in denial, hidden deep, deep in the recesses of time, lives. This body, many bodies, many generations, many wars, many massacres. Can I have a voice? Can I really speak? You call me forth. You call me out of this living, hidden hell. Can I be lifted out of this wretched state? Will you truly listen? Will you hear deeply? Oh, please let me pour out my soul. Let loose the demons torturing me deep in the recesses of my being. Call me forth. How can you? You have only partially guessed and only begun to imagine the great, great harms that I have truly done. It's been impossible to face, impossible to speak, to own. So very, very difficult for me to avow. You call me to speak, and I am cracking open, being split open, for it is time. Please bear this with me. This cannot I do alone. As you ask me to speak, allow me to speak from the depths of my being. I am an adult, but inside me is a child. And we are discovering one another. And we speak now together for you to hear and for us to have one another too. In my buried rage, buried pain, buried hurt, buried shame, ignored cries stuffed into every fabric of my young life. Oh yes, I have plundered cities, killed the babies and mothers alike. Oh yes, I have cut the hearts out of the babies, cut babies from the womb, driven stakes into children. I used children and babies' blood in their freshness and prime for all kinds of wretched things. I have even drank their blood. Oh yes, I sold many a children into slavery and whipped them silent almost to death. I've lived in so much evil and hid it deep inside. I am the veteran. I am the soldier who went to war to help, to save, to bring peace. The power and ammunition killed and maimed innocent children, brought the terror that ripped through their lives and homes. I have buried my grief and agony in my heart and soul. The break between my highest intentions and the actions of war, their eyes, their cries, their pain etched in an ache without words. I have profited of human suffering. I earn my money in human trafficking. I force children to war. I have longing. I was longing for power, fame, and money. Oh, and yes, I have beaten and harnessed my young children behind the closed doors of our home. I have starved them, ignored them, locked them away, not to hear. Even my self-hatred I have hidden from myself. I numb myself with alcohol, drugs, sex, aloofness, power, anything to ignore what I carry. I begin to see now. This adult appearance hides a deep, ravenous rage, my bitterness of neglect, my stealthy manipulations of power, hungry appetite, never ever satisfied and always needing, wanting more and more. Anything not to face myself, not to look at myself, not to reckon with anything. All us power-hungry adults, patriots of denial, marching our youth off to war. It is no longer acceptable to pillage, ravage, and plunder just because we have always done this before. Oh, what I have lost, what I have done, what I have done. What haven't I done?
I am the firelight. I am the radiating, illuminating essence of our sun. I am the sacred fire burning in every twinkling star in our beautiful, scintillating Milky Way galaxy. I am the sacred fire burning in every sun in all of the trillions upon trillions of galaxies of creation. I am the firelight shining within you. I gather you, all of you, into my vastness and power. Beloved, my child, my shining, shining children. The power, the majesty, the sacred firelight brings transformation, transmutation to your immense sufferings and travails. I give you courage, strength, stamina, health, the warmth of your mother's cooking, joy, illumination. I give you inspiration, creativity. I give you the freedom to play, be a child. I am also the eternal and infinite power of the East, the place where the sun rises, the morning star. I am the light of the great loving one, holding all of you in my passionate embrace. I am the twinkling light between your mother and father that gave birth to you, you precious cold child. You were fed and illuminated until you were shining and kept your own sacred fire burning and illuminating so we can enjoy your uniqueness, your light, your passion, your radiance. I bring the light of dawn, the freshness of a new day, the birth of a new life. I am listening, dear ones, and gathering you into all of the powers of the East and the sacred firelight. We are hearing you. We are holding you. Firelight brings illumination and brings forth the radiance of all things so you may experience them in the light of this world. We are hearing you and holding you. We bring the light of revelation. We gift you with the fire of courage to speak your truth, your radiant, pure, illuminating, all-encompassing light. We shine our love into the darkness of your pain, illuminating it, the loneliness of your silent, sacred suffering. We heal these deepest wounds of the human heart. This light is your light. Close to you. The direction of the East and the element of fire now pass these precious beings to the south.
Hello, babies. Are you breathing? Breathe now with me. Breathe now with me. In and out. And shake yourself. Shake off all of that. Shake off all of that rage, all of that fury, all of that hurt. Shake it off, 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 shake it off. Shake it off. And brush off the ash left, that the fire has left you and taken that away. Brush it off. Brush it off. Brush it off. Now take my hand. Come on. Take my hand, baby, and walk with me. Let's continue. Free of the ashes. Let's go rinse them off. You will be heard as you free yourself in the land of the South with the power of water.
Thank you, Grandmother. The spirits of the South and the element of water welcome you here. We support you to reclaim the power of your authentic voice, to unleash your suppressed feelings and to unburden your suffering. Please give us your grief and your woes. Allow your emotions to flow like a river, purifying everything in their path. I am the element of the South and the cleansing waters, here to support you in your healing.
Oh, I've spoken now, and now you invite my feelings to unleash. How do I weep these tears of sorrow and woe and the shame, the forgottenness, orphaned and cast away millions of times and generations upon generations. Oh, oh, I cry and I sob, and my heart is breaking open. Oh, the tears gush. My poor body, my life, my poor spirit. The tears of grief and tears of loneliness and the tears of anguish and oceans of tears and thousands upon thousands of crimes upon my body of soul. Oh, I rage against the beatings. Oh, I howl against the tortures. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? Do you feel the bitterness of the ancient anguish tearing at my soul? Your soul, our soul. It has made me sick and it is making you sick. And I do shout. I do rage. I do fume forth flames of fury to you life and you so-called adults at your denial and your fear. You are actually afraid, you slavers. You're actually afraid, you molesters, tearing my body to shreds in war. Servitude, sex, depravity. How much have I wished you were dead? How much I wish you would stop it all. How can you do this to me year after year, century after century, and even in this small moment? Oh.
My voice, the recognition is here. I crawl, I writhe, I anguish in mortal disgust of what I have done. My heart closed. I shut out the voice, the presence of all those children. I did not let myself even see them. How could I have done what I have done? But I see them now. I see them now. I am completely and utterly undone. I am as nothing in the face of the black abomination of nations of millions of beings, laid bare. And yet, I do have this spark of life, breath, light, ignited as you bid me speak. The steel, the ice around my heart is cracking, melting open. Here would come forth the first tear. I must relearn how to even cry. My rising anguish is smothering my very breath. My mouth, my throat, my whole face, my whole upper body, heaving forth an avalanche of putrid self-loathing and disgust, self-condemnation by the ton. May I crawl now in my sorrow and grief, beyond grief? May I dig a pit, an ocean wide, to receive my unshed tears of anguished grief? May I wash your faces, bodies, feet all so forlorn and soaked in blood. I kiss and wash the wounds, the billions and trillions of wounds that I have staved into the hearts of us all. I pour forth now my own pain, my anguish, my sorrow beyond sorrow. Anguish, and here come the tears, the ocean wide. I feel some relief in speaking, crying, owning what I have done. Oh, child, my child. Oh, children. I have now infinite sorrows and sadnesses. Do you know what I have done? I hold myself in you in tears of grief. I am as wounded as you. Let us cry together, anguish together, howl together. Our wounds are the same wounds.
I am water, the element of the south, and I bring the washing of your wounds with the purity of my liquid crystalline blessing. I bring the gift of deep cleansing through the salty ocean water of your tears. I bring purification of your body, mind, and soul to restore you to your original precious innocence. I am water. I am the rivers flowing freely to the sea. I assist you in releasing the blockages that have held your pain, your shame, and suffering locked away deep within your body. I break through the dams and allow the bursting forth of your emotions to be expressed finally in their fullness, so that you may feel the sweet relief of unimpeded, deep grieving and the full power of your rage, now free to roar in protest and provide you with the unleashed energy and power to protect yourself and others from further harm. I am water. I am holding you with the buoyancy of my constant support, both within your own body and without. Feel my life force flowing through your veins and invigorating your cells to reclaim your full power. I am the water pouring forth from the purest of mountain springs. And in my bubbling, effervescent nature, I bring you pure joy of being alive after all that you have endured, the dancing celebration of life itself being the miracle that it is. I gather you into my infinite and healing presence to give you great gifts which you have partially or wholly forgotten in your long journey of suffering. Now gaze deep into my shimmering surface to see and remember your own true beauty and original medicine. The direction of the south and the element of water Now pass these precious beings to the west. Grandmother, will you assist them in the journey?
Are you breathing? Floating on the waters? In a beautiful way, in a beautiful way. Let's rinse off these last bits. Rinse off these last bits of tears. Those waters free us and clear us. Rinse it off. Scoop it up and rinse yourself off. Scoop it up and rinse yourself off. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Now take my hand. Ready? Take my hand. You will be heard where we are going as well. Let us flow like the water to the west and root ourselves in the west.
The spirits and the powers of the west, of the setting sun, and great mystery, welcome you. The element of earth, of nurturing all creation, welcomes you. Trust, dear child, you are loved beyond measure, no matter what. Rest here for a moment and share of your cleansing and your dreams as you let go of the patterns of suffering. Let us witness your voice of compassion and absolute freedom. Doing so will enable and empower every child that has come before you and those yet to come. Know that you do this for us all.
Oh, thank you, spirits of fire and water. Thank you for calling me forth and for inviting me to speak. And thank you for remembering us and what relief you bring in your willingness to listen and your willingness to hear. And my heart is beginning to shine forth. It is so wonderful to come out of the hidden places. It's wonderful to be seen. A bit shy, a bit, but to have my voice, to have a voice and to be heard. And it's awesome to release these pent-up energies. Whoa, I did not know all that was within me. Whoa. And it's so wonderful that our ancestors and my relatives and our suffering can be seen and heard and honored and to be able to let go. And it is wonderful that the hidden and forgotten children in the mass graves, in the forgotten battlefields, and in the dark slave caves and quarries and other places can be known into the dawn of a new day now. And most especially, thank you for bringing the gifts of your blessings. And our healing journey now is fully open. What is hidden is now exposed, and the wounds are being cleansed and healed. This is surely the dawn of a true new day.
Blessed be. Relief is emerging. I can breathe more easily. I can move more easily. I'm not all pent up, worried, anxious. I listen to both the child in me, children of my ancestors, and receive the blessings of the East and South and the fire and water. I begin to see just how lost I was, disconnected from myself and certainly from others. I begin to discern the myriad ways I kept myself in denial. I did not know myself at all. It is a startling discovery to learn how my buried rages of childhood could actually govern the child in me. I'm beginning the discernment of how this disconnection has actually kept me from a fulfilling life. Little did I know how terrified I was of the deep and dark secrets I held in total denial. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Thank you, great spirits of the East and South, fire and water. Thank you for your blessings and all the teachings. Oh, thank you, my child, in me. Let us get to know each other so that we can each be totally free.
It is time now, dear children, young and old, to know you are growing immensely. You can take responsibility for your well-being, your care, your joy, and your freedom. Take charge. Ultimately, it is up to you. Know you are not alone and have so many beings here to support and help you, seen and unseen. All of this is a huge blessing upon you. Know this too. So settle down for a moment and relax into the bosom of the Great Mother Earth. Breathe deep. Thank you for giving your suffering and pain to the fire and water, to the Great Mother Earth. She can take it all for you. Let it go now. Know it is done. Open yourself to receive Mother's nurturing love and care. She will lift you to meet Father Son, where you will be filled with everlasting warmth. From the dark comes light. From the dark comes light. Light pierces the dark, always. Remember also to share the dream of your life, the vision you hold for yourself, and what you desire to create from now on. Like the earth, you are immense beauty. Inspiration comes from you, from your willingness to let go of the fear, your pain, and your suffering. Inspiration also comes from your willingness to let go of your joy, your laughter, your love. Everything you have ever wanted to create. Give everything you have inside. Don't hold on to anything. Empty yourself. It is time now. You have the ability to respond with love and care, with respect, courage, and humility to everything and everyone that shows up, with perseverance, with gratitude. You are blessed. It is time now for you to move forward. For the completion of your journey today, I pass you to the north, to the element of the breath of life, of the winds, and of air. So breathe deep and keep going.
Beautiful beings, are you breathing? Breathe deep now, deeper and freer. Find your roots, fingers and toes, and dig them deep as you root into Mother Earth. For it is so important to have a place to land, always, a place to grow from. So we root deep and we grow up tall towards the sky. Take my hand as we grow. You will be heard. Free yourself as we grow towards the beautiful air and wind of the north.
I am the voice of the north. I am the voice of the air. I am here to pull your back as the North Pole, to give you back your rooted pride of existence. I am here to give you back all that has been taken. I bring the hot air to the south and the cold air in the north of this planet. Here we are, together to find the equilibrium that keeps us in balance as the magnetic pole of our planet.
I feel I can finally be free to be me.
I
I have a voice and I'm being heard. I'm making it safe for my brothers and sisters everywhere also.
how much I feel for every human being now. We have all suffered so much for so very long.
I'm thankful you know I am here now and will pay attention to the healing we both need.
I am compelled by my heart and spirit to ask for forgiveness for all that I have done.
Let us work together so we can both learn how to forgive one another. And this child in me needs to be forgiven too.
Yes, we both need to learn and trust one another, have compassion for our history, and heal these ancient wounds.
Oh, breath by breath and step by step, all our families and our villages, country by country, all across our beautiful planet, let's uncover all that needs to heal.
We can heal ourselves and heal the buried wounds that denial brought to our bodies and our minds. We can heal the emotional pain in our families and lineages. Indeed, we can hope now to heal with our beloved planet.
Hallelujah. Oh, thank you.
Here I am, the air. Together in this process, it's time to breathe. It's time to touch our inner self with the breath of life. I can feel going, inhaling and exhaling. The exhale of intention, giving support to our process. Here I am, the air, and I will make you fly directly to the hands of the beautiful feminine energy of Kuan Yin that is receiving you to give you back your humanity, to help you arrive in this trip.
Om Mani Padme Hum. I am listening. I see. I feel. Call me by any of my names. Know me from the Lotus Sutra. All perceiving in your every thoughts, feelings, and senses, present in the pearl of your being, my beauty. I am the perceiver of the world's sounds. My eternal nature as protector will never forsake you. I am your divine mother. My love circulates in your life force. Your existence is imprinted in my being, as are you, the treasured vessels that carry me. I thank you. Remember your truth, my child, your divine origin. I am your devoted protector. As mother to her child, we merge over and over endlessly. The purity of your essence is the inspiration of my compassion. Through you, I heal and deepen my devotion. I thank you. Remember your truth, my child, your divine power. Whatever path you have chosen, you are the hope of a great salvation. Whatever pain you have endured, you are the gem of a mighty awakening. Whatever suffering you may have inflicted, you fortify the rise of our unified, loving prayers. Beneath it all, we are one and the same, fueled by the quest for love. Nothing happens to us, everything happens for us, weaving the becoming and return of our divine oneness. I thank you, my child. The time is now to remember your truth, your sacred purpose. By virtues of your divine nature, do not question your significance. For all our memories of the jewels that adorn the crown of the golden era to come, I thank you. Now, more than ever, remember your truth. You are divine medicine, my child. By the transcendental power endowed in me from the vastness of my oath, rise before me, my children, in all your grace-filled majesty. Together, let us merge and rise in multitudes of gentle, rolling waves of alchemical melodies from our orchestra of compassion. Let the wisdom in all our traumas be revealed. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hmm. 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 Kuan Yin, Queen of Heaven, protector of children, now passes you sacred beings, back into the arms of all the people, all of humanity everywhere. Free, strong, fluid, rooted, and flying. We pass you to the arms of humanity.
By the love of Almighty Living God, Eternal Source, Consciousness Field, we are. By the power of Almighty Living God, Source, Consciousness Field, we fly. By the truth of Almighty God, Living Source, Consciousness Field, we stand. By the grace of Almighty God, Living Source, Consciousness Field, I now sanctify and renew this place, this gathering, these beings, these children, this earth, this mission, as under the divine protectorate of the original eternal life, founders races, and the eternal, perpetual, almighty living God, source creator, great spirit, consciousness field, flowing through our veins right now, in our words, eternal wind blow, eternal crystalline river flow, cleanse our souls and our oversouls and everything down below. Eternal sun glow, divine spark ignite in our hearts. This holy fire burning through all the Maya, taking us higher to a place now as we breathe into this place in our hearts. Beneath all the Maya lies the new earth, the kingdom of heaven. A place where our children are safe, existing right now. Bob Marley sang about it, Zion. Jesus prophesied about it, New Jerusalem. Eckhart Tolle wrote about it, the new earth. It exists right here, right now in our hearts. Beneath all the layers of conditioning, love, touch, return to trust. I receive forgiveness now. We receive forgiveness on behalf of the children, on behalf of the perpetrators. We receive forgiveness now. We choose to forgive. We release all of the pain now. We transmute the pain into the light. And we breathe deep into this place, the kingdom of heaven, the garden of Jadon, the new Jerusalem, the new earth, existing right now in the quantum field at a different angular rotation of particle spin, which is accessible, pure source consciousness field. And as the aunties and uncles and grandmas and grandfathers, brothers and sisters around this sacred fire right before us now. We stand hand in hand together. We remember we are the ones we've been waiting for. And so as we, these millions of children in China, Africa, all around this beautiful, precious Mother Earth, through the field of the quantum resonance, we see them huddled in the center as we surround them with this heart field energy of unconditional love, unconditional light, peace and truth. And we breathe into our hearts and we breathe out this holy wind kissing their skin, letting them know there's aunties and uncles preparing a place for them. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. We're coming for you. We love you. And as a father welcomes and opens his heart unconditionally to his children, waiting for them, telling them, I have prepared a place for you. It is safe, where you are pure, innocent, not guilty, where your sins are forgiven, an eternal place where the lion plays with the lamb. And there is a crystalline river that flows, cleansing and purifying, and trees that grow, eternal fruit. And it changes every month, a place where there are no tears, no more pain, no more shame. And it exists right now, dear children. And we are now preparing this place for you, and you are welcome. Heaven is a priority, and everybody is invited. And so, dear children, our children, we are you. What you have done unto the least of them, you have done unto me. With unconditional forgiveness, compassion, and love, we welcome you home. We know you feel through the quantum field where there is no time or space. Hope. There is hope. There is a place. Feel this love now. And I pray now that you would choose one of these children, standing in the middle of this sacred fire as we hold hands. Take one of them. Receive them into your heart. Hold them. Wash them. Bathe them in the bosom of the Sacred Heart, who leaves the 99 to find the one. And put this child into your heart and take them deep to the sacred womb, deep into the Garden of Eden, the middle domains. A safe place, a beautiful place that exists right now. So as the voice of humanity, we say unto you, dear children, we love you, we forgive you, you are safe, we are you. We are preparing a place for you. There is hope. In the name of this eternal source consciousness field, Taisha into Doi, Taisha into Doi, Taisha into Doi. Spoken as it is stated, so it is done. Aho.
Thank you. Thank you, beloved relatives, as we bring this ceremony to its close. This has been an initiation which we make on behalf of you and me, but most importantly on behalf of our entire human family and on behalf of beloved Mother Earth and Great Mystery, Divine Universal Creator, source. We can more fully dwell now in the majesty and divinity of our being, our birthright as embodied souls and spirits here on earth. We can more fully embrace and treasure ourselves, the child in you and me and our ancestry. Let's place your hands over your hearts and close your eyes. We breathe now. We breathe in now, inviting love, compassion, wisdom, joy, and divine resource. Fill us with each breath. We exhale and release all which we no longer need to carry. Breathing in the love and compassion and releasing. Breathing in the fresh air. Exhale the stale. Breathe in spirit and life. Exhale spirit and life. Breathe in the freshness of freedom. And exhale in the joy. For those of you who do have water with you, if you want to bring your water and place your hands over the water. If those who do not have water with you, do not to worry. The water in your body and bones has been listening here, and you can keep your hands over your heart. So hear our prayer. Thank you, beloved Creator, great mystery, and treasured masters of the universe and all creation. Thank you. We pour forth our love and gratitude toward you, the spirits of the four directions, all the elements, all our spirit helpers and guides, the healing forces of creation, and our beloved ancestors. Thank you for being with us always throughout our great human journey, and continue to walk with us, guide and inspire us as you blossom us forth into our souls, our divine nature here on earth. Let us drink together, and I drink for those who do not have the water there. Let us drink together this sacred water full of life force, mystery, spirit, full of all of our prayers. Thank you in deepest gratitude for this great healing, this great anointing. Omatagya say Amen, Ashe, and so it is. The ceremony is now closed.
Welcome back, dear ones. Welcome back. Most importantly, in the time that you have, be really, really gentle with yourself. I don't know from our timing if there is time to share a word from everyone, that if you could encapsulate where you are in the moment into one single beautiful word, where that would be. But I think there are enough of us that it's possible to do so. As I remind you, if we are able to go to gallery site so that we can experience one another in that way. Most of all, keep yourself grounded. Most of all, keep yourself fluid. Most of all, know that you can reroute at any time in Mother Earth. You might be in an apartment building, you might be in an office on the 93rd floor, you might be underground in a mine. No matter where you are, you can ground in Mother Earth if you find yourself drifting a little sideways over as this ceremony settles over you, as this new place without grief settles over you, without the pain that has been there. You can put your hands in the earth. If you're in a building, find a plant. You can put your hands in the earth. You can put your hands underwater. If you do that all the way up to the wrists and just let that water run over you and free you, free you. You can carry a stone in your pocket, or a handful of, or a pinch of cornmeal in your pocket. There are so many things you can do to keep yourself safe, keep yourself grounded, and above all, do more drinking of water, do more hydrating, do more get in water anywhere you can. Whether it's your shower or the stream out back or grandmother ocean, no matter where you are, these elements, they will help you as they have today. You've only to touch them. So I'd love to take a second and see if it's possible to go to gallery view and share a single word that speaks to where you are. I think that would be a beautiful thing as we leave each other, to just give voice to that moment and bring, by speaking it, bring it into reality, in vibrational reality, out of your mouth into the world to be witnessed by all of us. My word they heard in our circle, my word is elation. Who's next? I'll pass it to Ejna.
I just love it because I was thinking the very same thing. Elation, whoa. So I'm going to pass it to Libby McKay.
Thank you. My word is clear. And I will pass it to Stephanie.
Thank you. My word is peace. And I pass it to Sky.
My word is gratitude. Gratitude. Thank you. I pass it to Suzanne.
My word is change.
To pass it?
Pass it to Claudia.
Relief. I pass it to Adriana.
Word is love, and I pass it to Delia.
Unmute Delia.
Thank you, beloved Tia. My word is overflowing. And I pass it to Maya.
My word is sweet compassion. That's 2 words, but yes. And I pass it to Tammy.
My word is harmony, and I pass it to Wolf.
My word is awe. And I pass it to Emelina.
My word is joy. And I will pass it to Tomas.
Hey, my word is freedom, and I pass it to Amandine.
Hi, my word is healing, and I pass it to Sasha, Alexandra.
Hi,
Amandine, still my word, but my word hope. And I passing to Teza.
Thank you. My word is restoration, and I pass to Grace.
Hi, my word is oneness, and Lynn, how about Lynn? I don't know. I passed to Lynn if she wasn't already. I need to see her. Yes, is that okay, Lynn? Yes.
Yes, that's fine. My word is joy, and I pass it to Libby.
I'll continue and pass to Cher.
Share.
My word is open-hearted. And I pass to KM.
Thank you. My word is purity, and I pass it to Adriana.
Word is gratitude, and I pass it to Victoria.
My word is connected, and I pass it to, can't really see. Concanto. Thank you.
Word is transformation. I pass to Suzanne.
Oops. Suzanne, you are muted, but you gave us your word, did you?
Yes, I did, but probably he meant, I'm not sure, probably there's another Suzanne in the room.
I no longer have gallery sight, so I'm not sure. If there isn't, we could pass it again.
If Show hasn't, then maybe I pass to Show.
Oh,
I don't know who is in.
Cher did too. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So am I the last?
No.
He said shore, not share. Shore.
Oh, sure. That's good. Yeah, sure would work. That would be beautiful.
My word is village.
Did Crystal go?
Sasa.
Crystal has
No, my word is joy, and I pass it to KM. I think you haven't gone yet. KM.
Thank you. I actually have said purity before. Thank you, though.
Kit, I think.
Sasa and Stephanie.
We had Stephanie.
Kit, I think we said Kit.
This is Kit and Honey Sweet Harmony.
And we would like to offer the sensation of the rainbow.
And who is there anyone? I know there are, I think there are two left, maybe more.
Yes, Crystal Harvest.
Sasa.
Oh, I just went. Mine was happy. Happy.
Yeah, it's funny. If I really trust these numbers, then we've all gone now that Kit has gone. If I really trust.
Sasa's missing.
Sasa.
No, I have Sasa.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I think we're. If you have not gone, please reveal yourself.
Go ahead, Sasa.
Sasa, did you not get heard after all that? Because I have you written here.
Hindi ba daw free and nap? Because I really need a nap.
Yes. That's another good way to take care of yourself. Absolutely. Sasa, you slipped onto my list. How did that happen? These are this basket of words, by being witnessed and heard by all of us, now belongs to all of us. And we can source ourselves in this beautiful basket. It is time now to begin to take care of ourselves with the knowledge that we can come together again at either of those talking circles. And above all, what is left of the fire is banked down gracefully. And so I offer you the end of its warmth. Because this is the eternal fire that lives in your heart. And that is a beautiful and powerful thing. And so if you stoke that with the words in that basket, if you stoke that with the feelings that move gracefully down you in your rootedness in the elements, rootedness in earth and sky, if you stoke that, feed that, nourish that, what can we not accomplish? What can we not accomplish for the ones to come? Those grandchildren and their grandchildren are waiting for us. They have trusted us with this. And so forward we go. See yourself as the children in this beautiful video that will close us out. See yourself, feel yourself rising, still rooted in earth and sky. It was powerful work everyone did today. Beautiful work, courageous work. Pat yourself on the back. Drink some water. Give yourself a big hug. We'll see you soon.
It's very beautiful images. I think that's what we need to be taking into our hearts is these children rising. And I want to thank you all so much. It has been our great honor. And we look forward to another ceremony. We'll be doing one more ceremony this year. So thank you all and great blessings.